Good, y'all. Let's get right into it, man. You already know what time it is. Respect my nerds. It's your boy Nerds. We are doing a 5 movie review, and to start it off, we're doing Deadpool and Wolverine, and you'll see the other movies that we do in the other episodes. But right now, let's get into it with this Deadpool and Wolverine. All right. So off the back, I love this movie for what it was. It's a buddy cop film. Okay, it's not supposed to be anything else other than the buddy cop film. That was the original script, and I know they had a couple other ideas of how to, get that cameo train going, because there was supposed to be way more cameos than what we got. But I think off the merit of Ryan Reynolds funding this movie on his own was the real reason why Kevin Feige allowed this movie to be what it was. Now, with that being said, like I genuinely think if you want to get your own movies done, like a Mahershala, you're gonna have to come with your own money. Cause if not, they gonna do the movie that they want to do because it's their money, and they gonna put, whatever time they want into it, with the amount of money that they choose for whatever film that they deem worthy of their energy. And like, but I say that to say this. Deadpool and Wolverine is the third installment of the Deadpool franchise. The first 2 movies had already made money off of a low budget because Ryan Reynolds was putting his own money into this, on top of probably having a few backers, but he put his own money into all 3 of these films. And I think one of the reasons why they held off on a trilogy was due to the fact that Fox was being bought out by the MCU. And they even make a joke of that, like when they go to the void and you see that dead Fox sign, because Fox is now, dead. 21st, 24th century Fox, like, it's dead. That whatever that company was is dead now because it got sucked into the Disney empire. But I believe that you can't say that the MCU is back. Why? Because this is a Fox film. Like, I'm saying all these things to connect dots to, go to the next point of what I'm trying to say. Like this, like the first film made money. Go look up the overall budget, like estimate budget of what they put into the first film compared to the gross worldwide, what it made. Then look at Deadpool 2, the amount of money they put into this film compared to the gross worldwide that they made. And so, of course, when you get Hugh Jackman, who's a walking paycheck, and put him next to a Ryan Reynolds who already had success in his own movies, even though they kind of sucked to me. Like, none of his movies really had any plot, and neither did Wolverine movies either, except for Logan. Like, we're not going to pretend like those were good movies. Like, we're not. Logan's the only good one out of that trilogy. But, my point is, he's a walking paycheck. They made the original X-Men movies centered around him because he's popular and he's a cash cow, and he got his own trilogy. And then they even brought him back for Days of Futures Past and a few cameos in like the later X-Men films. So he's a walking paycheck. So it was bound for success that this movie made $1 billion. And there were no real movies within the window when this got released that was either going to compete with this film or could compete with this film. Like Borderlands, not gonna do it. The Crow, not gonna do it. What's about to come out? Beetlejuice not gonna do it. Like, that's just a movie they setting up for Halloween. Like, so by the time Halloween comes, it's gonna be a bunch of Halloween stuff coming out. So, like, there's no real movies that's coming out that's gonna come even close to competing with Deadpool and Wolverine. So honestly, like, the door was open for them honestly, amazingly strategic for them to release this at the time that they released it. And, $1 billion, bro. Shout out to them. All right. So, yeah, like I said, like, the plot was lackluster, but, it's a buddy cop movie. Normally, buddy cop movies start with the 2 protagonists not getting along, and somewhere along the film, they have to work together to get what they both want. And whether they stay, a duo at the end, or they just, kind of, hashed out whatever issues they may have had and then go their separate way. You know, those things happen in buddy cop movies. And I'm kind of glad that it kind of turned out the way that it did for this film. But just to get into some of the things that I like, I enjoyed the fight scene of Deadpool versus Wolverine, because it's Deadpool and Wolverine. It could have been Deadpool and Wolverine or Deadpool versus Wolverine, and you could have had the exact same movie that it was. So, you know, that first fight scene when they bought a Fox sign, that was crazy. If you ask me, I like the fight scene in the car better, because they was like, okay, we already did them fighting in the open. How can we do another fight scene between these two? Make it interesting and still have the same energy of people, you know, staying excited and motivated to want to see more. And I just think that car scene was amazing. And then, you know, like the cameos, you know, of course, you know, Big Wesley, Big AKA Daywalker, you know, like, you know, big money Daywalker in this bitch. You know, shout out to Wesley for, you know, his cameo. If you ask me, I honestly and genuinely believe that Wesley got the biggest pop out of all the cameos. You know, no shade to Elektra, you know, like, I like her, but that movie was terrible. But, you know, it was nice for her to get, you know, redemption. And it was nice to see Channing, you know, get to play, you know, Gambit. Me personally, after seeing him in Deadpool, I would have went and watched that movie. I honestly wasn't on board to watch Channing play Gambit. But for the job he did in this movie, and the CGI was done very well. I just don't trust Fox to have done a good movie, because all their movies suck. We just like them because, again, like I said, there are emotional ties to the product. And so, you know, there's a fan base out there that love Gambit. I genuinely believe that the movie would have had legs. Now, I don't know about no damn trilogy, but just one movie, okay, cool, why not? You know, Deadpool only had one, Punisher only had one movie. Ghost Rider had two, and they really shouldn't have did that second movie. So, you know, like, you know, he could have got a movie. But Deadpool and Wolverine, like I said, like, those two fight scenes was awesome. The cameos at the end, and then that fight scene, the conclusion, you know, or the climax, you know, when, you know, Wolverine, like, all right, well, it's too late for my universe, but, you know, maybe I can help this person, with the motivation of him talking to X-22 or 23, whatever her name is, Laura. And, you know, just them fighting at the end. It was awesome to see Gambit out there kicking butt. It was awesome to see Daywalker out there kicking butt. You know, shout out to Big Wesley. And it was nice to see Elektra out there throwing hands, because Elektra got hands. I don't know why people playing. You know, she put Deadpool on his ass, and she did the same thing to Wolverine. Like, Deadpool got hands. I mean, Elektra has hands. So, yeah, it was awesome to see all them fight. And, you know, I'm not really excited to see Elektra come back, but it was nice for her to just have that little moment of her own. And then the climax, you know, Cassandra Nova was absolutely amazing. Me personally, I kind of feel like she was too strong to have as a big bad for this movie, because she too damn strong to deal with. Like, you know, that's a full breakfast right there. You know, you think Charles Xavier is a problem, you know, she's stronger in certain ways. If she's stronger, so, like, but if you can get like a helmet on her, or have a helmet, then you might have somewhat of a chance to survive. But no, like, overall, I think the movie was cool for what it was. I think it has a lot of tie-ins to the TVA for future projects, and I think that's cool. But overall, I give this movie a 7. Probably like out of 10, I give it a 7. That's a fair number, because, you know, it's not nothing spectacular. It's really just, we just excited for, you know, to see Deadpool and Wolverine, you know, in a movie together. And then the cameos were just, you know, icing on the cake. You know, shout out to Chris Evans. I forgot to say him, you know, as Johnny Storm, and, you know, him and Ryan Reynolds homeboy. So he didn't mind coming in and just, you know, having a quick little 5 seconds and then getting the fuck on by this day. So, yeah, shouts out to him. But, you know, shouts out to everybody that was a part of this film, and shouts out to Ryan for being a soldier and putting Wesley in a movie, and just having him, just giving him a redemption tour to make up for, like, that bullshit that happened on Blade 3. And hopefully, you know, Wesley gets a movie, and, you know, maybe we'll talk about that in another video. But, man, y'all tell me what y'all think. Was I too harsh? Does it deserve higher, or should it have lower? Y'all let me know in the comment section. All right? Peace.